Hi and welcome to this week's update. What a brilliant week I've had. I've been off all week. The weather has been glorious. I'm not going to moan about the heat of it at all because it's been glorious. I've been in shorts and t-shirts all week in the shed and it's just been lovely because I've been able to work outside. We've not had a drop of rain, which, you know, for the Highlands of Scotland here, it's really quite unusual. There's been no rain. It is so dry. I've got loads and loads done. I have been chilling out actually this week and I've not pushed myself like I have normal weeks because I'm quite driven. So normally I have great big lists and projects that I have to complete, and I didn't do that in this holiday because I needed to rest up, just chill out and refresh a little bit really. I've been doing a lot more, probably more business stuff really, making sure I've got pen blanks and that up. The pen blanks are just shocked me how well they're doing. They're actually really helping fund everything else that I'm doing at the minute, which is just brilliant. And I'm loving it. The new Caster's Choice colours, I can honestly say they are brilliant. Since those colours have come in, some of the range of colours in the pen blanks have got they're just blowing my mind. The colours that I can get, the looks that I can get from them, as well as the other things like the burr and stuff. But you know, it's really important to get the matching colour that just shows all that off. And yeah, so it's been a great week. I've been pushing more of that stuff, I suppose, as in a business than I would normally do. Every week, every day, I've cast every single day since I've been off. I was casting again today. I'll be casting tomorrow and the next day, right up until I go back to work. I've been casting every single day. Used the most amazing amount of resin, but you know, I have to do these things to try and fund everything else. So yeah, that's where I've been this week. So it's really, really good. Got a few of the pen blanks here to show you. Because the nice thing is that a lot of people are coming to me for custom orders for different sizes and stuff. The only thing that I haven't got, I'm on Instagram a lot, and I know a lot of you are not on Instagram, and that's purely why I'm using the update to try and share other stuff that's happening, because unless you're on my Instagram you probably don't see it. So yeah, I've got somebody that's bought quite an amount, and I've done a couple of custom orders for them now. And yesterday because the fine thing was being off, that would be the joy, you know, if I had more time off, is that I can work really quickly. I can turn around in 24 hours some blanks that have been cast and get them prepped and cut and ready for going out, which I can't do when I'm working. But you know, you have to work in order to do all of this, or I wouldn't be able to do any of it. You know, like most of us, we work alongside doing everything else that we do. So yeah, so this chap, he asked me for specific colours, and he said to me, I need them to be this specific colours, and he sent me a photograph. And anyway, the colours were bright pink and purple, and well, you know, it's handy because I do have a lot of other colours, and the Caster's Choice, they have a great range of colours. They don't have any of the UV colours, and UV colours are just, they're absolutely popping, the colour on them. So this was the colours that I came out with. I shall get that as close as I can so that you can see them. And this is what happens with UV light. It's an absolutely amazing look. But they wanted vibrant, and well, they are very, very vibrant. So consequently the customer's happy, so that's the main thing. But it's just amazing what you can do. When I make the pen blanks, I suppose the thing that people don't see is the work that goes into, you know, obviously I cast them and they're in the pressure pot overnight, and the next morning I take them out and I can cut them straight away. I mean, they only have about 15 hours since I cast them, but they cut in the bandsaw and they sand perfect. So I cut them all down to size. The sizing's getting a little bit easier for me. Blanks tend to go from 19, and sometimes they'll be wider at one end because I do them in a bandsaw and so that depends, but they're usually, the minimum they'll be is 19 millimeters, and the minimum they'll be length is 130. So I tend to use those. They tend to always be slightly bigger, but I tend to use that sizes. But then I cut them up, and then obviously they have too much resin in, so I cut the tops off. I'll leave those a bit broader. And then I sand them on the bench sander, and then I check them for voids, and all the voids, because with oak, I mean it's full of voids and rot and all sorts of things. So on each blank I then go around every area and I use CA glue, and I go over all the soft bits and fill all the voids, just to save the customer, when they get them, of doing all of that, so that these blanks are as in good a condition as you can possibly get them when I send them out. So I soak them, I really do soak them with the CA, just to make sure that it soaks in quite deep. And I mean, when I turn them with a tub of thin CA there anyway, because as you turn them, if there's any bits that I think look suspect, I CA glue them, and I presume most other folk do that. So yeah, there's quite a lot of work that goes in after getting them done, and they've got about 2 or 3 coats of lacquer on them, just so that when people see them, they can see them as they would truly be. Obviously there'll be a higher shine when you finish them, but you know, they can see what they're going to look like. So that was that one's. And obviously I did this wasn't Caster's Choice, that was Mr. Mika, those colours there, but I really like that colour, so I shall be pretty much sticking to that one for that blank. I did, this one is yesterday's one, and it's blue and grey. I'm just doing a whole load of them with the aluminium while I've got a bit of time to break the aluminium up and stuff. And then I did this one, and oh, I did love it, and it got everybody's imagination going to this, really, and to the colours. It's actually green and yellow, but where the yellow went in, it almost made it a lighter green. So I really like the way that that one come out as well. This was my first try, and there's a video coming out of this using the Caster's Choice, just a range of 3 colours. I thought it had a bit of a spacey look, but I think they're down to everybody's imagination, really. So that's the pen blanks I've been up to. I've got yellow and grey in the pot for tomorrow. I'll be just doing loads, and then they're stocked up ready for when I go back to work. So yeah, really pleased, and yeah, I'm just really pleased with how all that's going. So what have, oh, I went off this week. I've got a good friend called Jim Pennie from Cromarty Woodturning. I'll put a link to his Facebook down below. Go and have a look at his stuff. He makes some really unique pieces. And I went over to Jim's workshop this week. For a whole day I invaded his space, and we have actually filmed what will turn out to be 3 videos for you for the future. When this is projects, I haven't seen anybody do what he does, and he was so kind in letting me come in there for the day, film him. I learned such a lot from him, even about resin, but that's all to come up, because these will come up in these videos. 2 have been filmed already, and I'm going to be returning, and we're going to be doing one more, and it's basically him showing how he makes his pieces, and I think you're going to be blown away by his stuff, because it is really good. So I was over there for the day, so thanks very much, Jim. I really appreciated you taking some time out of your life, really, to amuse me, and to be quite happy for me to put it onto the channel. I have been actually trying to encourage Jim to do his own YouTube channel because, as I say, I don't see what he's doing anywhere else, so I really hope in the future he does. And he's a very good teacher as well, so but he did want me to say that it's not about following the way he does things, it's just the way he does things. But he's open to everybody having a look and, you know, other people trying it. The other thing is this week is I've now got T-shirts up on Makers Media Network. So if you want a T-shirt with my logo on, I can't possibly imagine anybody would really want one, but they are there. Steve Nielsen from HARNEAL Media has been kind enough to help me out with this, and he's got the shirts up there. And I've been trying to get round to doing this website and I've not, so I'm going to be going with HARNEAL Media for that. They're going to help me get one set up, so I'm looking forward to getting that done. I just need to get a couple of bits done over the next couple of weeks, and then I will be in touch with them, because the Etsy pricing is incredible how much I'm paying for all of that. So because it's just gone up, their prices and that this year, and I need to get my own website. I will keep Etsy on for quite a while because I won't be able to draw traffic straight away to the website, but I will be advertising it more coming, that people go through there. And I'm thinking of maybe doing some blog posts and some extra stuff on there when it starts. So that's the plan really with that. And it's just really another place that you're going to be able to find me. It's going to be easier for you to come there, to email me and all sorts. I do have a business email, but I don't tend to use it. But once the website gets up and running, it will be that I'll be directing you through so I can answer questions. And I'm going to hopefully over the next sort of couple of years really develop that where it's going to have a lot of its own resources on there. So that's the plan with that. Oh, House of Resin. As you know, that was the giveaway last week, and you'll all be glad to know I didn't win it. So congratulations to the chap who did win it. I don't think I know who it was, but anyway, somebody won it. But they dropped a message to me on, I think it was on that video, saying that they will be doing £25 store voucher every month for the rest of the year to celebrate the launch of the website. All you got to do is post a photo of one of the stickers in your workshop or with the order, and or something you've made with it, and then put it on social media with hashtag House of Resin. I will put that information down below so that you know as well. So yeah, so that's a great thing that they're doing. Obviously not for yous that are in America, but you know, for all of yous that are in the UK. Now we're getting ever closer to this 5,000 subscribers, and I've got some great news this week. I've got some really good prizes coming up, but I'm going to have to do, and this has been the hardest thing, because the type of work that I do, I can't send resin to America. As much as I'd love to be able to, it is incredibly expensive to do it, and I don't have contacts. I wish I had a contact for Amazing Casting Resin out there that I could use, but I don't. So I am going to be doing prizes for the UK and prizes for America. Now I really hope you don't mind that. It will probably be more of the stuff that I make I will be sending to America, and the people who support me will be mostly UK, because it's all, there's nothing that I can send. I've tried to think of this but I can't think of a way around it. So that's going to be the thing. For the UK, I have got some amazing support that's come in this week, so I'll be really excited to announce that. But we're still a little way off there yet, but it is really fastly approaching, a lot faster than I thought. So I'm going to be actually starting to do some preparation and stuff for that. So yeah, not quite sure what I'm going to make, but I'm going to have to make something nice to sort of match everything else that's happening. So yeah, we'll have to see what I do there. But yeah, there will be, so what I'll do some sort of draw where you can tell me where you're from and I'll give you a number, and then I'll run the numbers through 2 random number things and draw the prizes like that, because I think there'll probably, well, there's definitely, I think there's 4 from the UK, so that'll be matched by 4 to the US or the rest of the place. There'll be specifically UK, and then the rest of the world will be the other stuff. So my shout out for this week is a chap that I met at Maker Central, him and his wife, and I have spoken about him before, and I'm giving him a shout out again this week because his videos are getting better and better. I really enjoy his projects. It's nothing to do with what I do, but I would love to be able to do what he does. And it's Sharpey's workshop, but it's Paul Sharpey. God, I've probably slaughtered that now. I will leave the link to Paul's channel below. Please do go and check him out. This week he did a hammer rack with some welding and that. Well, it was just a very simple project, but great, and such a lovely thing to do for the workshop, really. But yeah, go and check him out. He does all sorts of different stuff. He does wood and metal, and I think he's open to do anything, but his projects are really good. So Paul, I'll give you the shout out this week. Oh, guess who that is? Is that you, Lily? Go on. And the last little thing, because I better not talk anymore because it's 17 minutes. The auction finished last night for the Make It Matters Curing Friends. I probably slaughtered that as well, so I forgot to write that down before I came in. Anyway, Steve Twidell finished the auction and that last night, and I'm delighted because I won. I would been bidding. Oh, hold on, I've got to let Lily in. Yeah, well, I'm filming. Yeah, always interrupt. Yeah, so the auction finished last night, which was great, and I managed to win Heath Knuckles's. If I can get a picture of it, I shall post it up there right now. I won Heath Knuckles's one, so I'm absolutely delighted. I don't plan on turning anything with it. I just plan on putting it up here and sitting and looking at it, because his work is just so inspiring that there's no way I'm going to touch anything that he's cast. I would only ruin it. So I am very much, it's not a big block, it's just a very small block. Totally delighted to have something of Heath's. Always been a massive fan of his. So I was determined whatever I had to bid last night I was going to bid, because it was coming home to my house. So anyway, that's it for this week. Don't want to yak on anymore because we've been too long already. Hope you have a great week ahead of you, everybody. Stay safe in your workshop, and video up Wednesday, just a one this week. See you next week. Thanks very much for watching.